Hello agus fáilte roimh chuig Greyhound View ar chlár na seachtainna seo tá míad dul ar chuairt chuig inis corthaigh do chréibh an Puppy Stakes, racha míad chuig Rathangan chun é Kildara chun búla le madra Sasanach atá thar lear do gnáth, mar tá aine ag sú le geala chur ar ruathór an Laurels, be míad ag féchant ar chunas a bhré an sé wadra an chréibh. Ar dús tá míad dul chuig Harold's Cross áit a raibh an baggageracing.com Grand National ar siúl an Inne seo caite.
Well, now the dogs entering the parade ring for the baggageracing.com Irish Grand National Final. There you see trap number 2, an English challenger, Here Comes Ken. He's trained by Gary Baggs and owned by the magnificent 7th syndicate from County Cork. He's a son of Spire and Nikita and Let Me Dance. In 3, we have one of the Irish contingent. It's switched to Plan B. He's owned and trained by Shem O'Donnell in County Kilkenny, and he's a son of Fat Fella and Callback Curly. In 4, you see the favourite, the black Deb's the Best, trained by Paul Young and owned by Mr. Danny Riley from County Meath. He's the son of Tom's the Best and Deb's Tick. In 5, we have the veteran, Out of My Mind, a son of Frightful Flash and Monsoon. He's owned and trained by Geraldine Garrett from County Galway. And finally, we have Autumn Empress in trap 6, trained by Ger J. McKenna and owned by Mick Parker from England. He's aiming to give his trainer his 3rd Grand National success, and she's a daughter of Super Hoffman and Fly Venue. All the runners are now in traps. The bell is sounded for the final of the baggageracing.com Irish Grand National. The dogs in trap order are in 2, Here Comes Ken. In 3, Switch to Plan B. In 4, the favourite, Deb's the Best. In 5, Out of My Mind. And at trap 6, Autumn Empress, bidding to give her trainer his 3rd success. And here, behind traps and away they go, and fast in the striders. Number 2, Here Comes Ken. In the middle now, Deb's the Best in 2nd spot, over the first hurdle. And Here Comes Ken, holds the lead. From in 2nd place, Switch to Plan B. Around the first 2 corners now, and number 2, Here Comes Ken. He's 2 or 3 lengths clear of number 3, Switch to Plan B. Over the 2nd hurdle, and Here Comes Ken. Hit his body, and Switch to Plan B is out in front. In 2nd spot now, moving strongly is Autumn Empress. But around the 3rd corner, and here Switch to Plan B. It'll take a big effort to catch this fellow around the final corner, and Switch to Plan B still in front from Autumn Empress over the final hurdle, and Switch to Plan B has won the baggageracing.com Irish Grand National.
A very eventful race. Quite a number of happenings influencing the destination of that £5,000 prize. Now look at it again, the run to the first bend, all the dogs maintaining their line, nothing going in or out. You see Here Comes Ken in the blue jacket on the inside. He's not the slickest jumper in the world, but he's effective leading into that first corner. Now in behind, Switch to Plan B, squeezing through, pushing Deb's the Best out of the way, and this was a very vital move because Switch to Plan B is now in position to, well, take full advantage of the mistake coming up from Here Comes Ken. Watch number 2 now, Here Comes Ken at this hurdle. He makes a bit of a mess of it, really over jumping and pitching on landing. Here we see him. Great shot of him there as he gets into it very high and comes down very steeply there. No way he can maintain his balance. He doesn't quite fall, but he as good as does and loses whatever chance he had. And in the process, he's interfering with Deb's the Best, who has to check his position. Now turning for home, and it's Switched to Plan B in front on his way to winning the National.
Well, we had given him a few trials in Kilkenny, and he had actually the Thursday before he ran in the Grand National here now, and he'd done a 1670 sprint trial in Kilkenny. And I mean, there was a lot of dogs weren't done it on the flat that particular day. I know the sprint in Kilkenny is fast, but 1670 was a hell of a run. We knew we had something. We just qualified the first night, and he sprung the surprise the last night, and continued it tonight. So it's a dream come true, really.
It became a 5-dog race. That was obviously a bit of a help too. There was one less on your inside going to the corner.
It was a help, yeah. But I think he trapped a bit better tonight, and he tracked the 2 lad led around the bend, and he tracked them, and I said to myself, there's a small chance here, but then when the 2 lad went over, it was, he stays on well, he stayed on well the last night, although they were coming at him, so it was. I couldn't believe it. I don't normally get excited, really, but I let a few shouts at him tonight.
39.43, a great time.
Great time, yeah, great time, brilliant time. Maybe he'd have been in the shake-up, maybe if the dog had, but I didn't ever think I'd have a hurler that I'd do 29.42 in the string, so we have, I would let a few roar. His nickname and pet name at home is Tyson. We call him Tyson.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons, so I let a few shouts at him coming up the straight there. Maybe again them a length or 2.
Well, what's plan C now?
Well, actually, we don't know, but Ger McKenna was actually asking me to know if we could get a hurl race for Cork for next Saturday night. I said I don't talk before racing, I would definitely run it. Yeah, so he's trying to organise a few runners to go down there for the Laurels final. That'd be lovely, to be grand if we could. Yeah, I'd surely go down there, and we'll keep him. The dog is not for sale. No way. I'd sell me luck now if I was to sell him. You know, I'm just going to have a bit of sport with him now.
And the result of the BagotRacing.com Irish Grand National, the winner was switched to Plan B, an 8-1 chance from Autumn Empress in second and Deb's the Best finishing third. The time 29:43. We're here now at the Scorthy tonight for the final of the AIB Leinster Champion Puppy Stake. This is an event that throws up the future champions every year, and no doubt in tonight's field there are a few more champions in the lineup. Unfortunately, the weather isn't all that good tonight, but still the crowd is rolling in for some great action. The £2 million development coming up, already 5th in the betting league of all our tracks, and obviously Secretary Mary Nolan very pleased.
Well, we are very pleased because Enniscorthy is a relatively small place, and I think we're about 5th nightly average, highest nightly average turnover, which is very good for a small town like this.
What exactly is happening here, Mary?
Well, the present stand here behind us is coming out, and we will have a 2-tier development, on a ground floor development with bar, fast food, tote windows, toilets and lift area, and then on top then we'll have a bar, a restaurant, a seating viewing area, and our existing bar will be turned into a corporate area.
The final of the AIB Leinster Champion Puppy Stake and Harry Larkin Memorial Trophy we have in Trap 1, One Supreme. In Trap 2 we have the reserve coming in, Sonic Express replacing Joannestown Fee. Number 3 is Mercury Rising. Number 4 is Villa's Glory. In 5 we have Coologue Ashling, and then in 6 is the likely favourite Manic Ranger. The hare coming up behind the traps for the final of the Puppy Stake. And off they go. Number 6, Manic Ranger, well away on the outside, and on the inside, number 2, that's his son, Sonic Express, going well, but it's Manic Ranger, sweeps around the bend in front, a fair bit of trouble in behind, and well, this is all over bar the shouting, with Manic Ranger gone clear down the back straight. Manic Ranger, he's opened up a gap of 6-7 lengths over number 1, One Supreme in second, but way out in front, Manic Ranger. Very much a one-dog race from that opening corner. He showed the early pace to get up there, and here's Manic Ranger steaming up the home straight to run out a very easy winner here of the Puppy Final. In second place, number 1, One Supreme, with Villa's Glory in third, but there was only one dog in it from that first bend on, Manic Ranger, the son of Come On Ranger and Silent Sally. 3 members of the syndicate, all from Abbeyfield, Tom, Murty and Nora, and we start. Tom, who's the spokesman? Which of you?
There's no spokesman.
You're all able to talk well, is that it? Tell us how the syndicate got going.
So going with Matti, he arrived us one evening. Now we buy the Greyhound off Tim Nolan in Castle Island. So he asked myself and Noel, will we go halves with him, thirds share with him. So Matti bought him and Noel rated him and kept him going until we gave him to Paul.
He should be a very big dog next year. I think it'll be his big season next year, so we'll only wait and see how it goes.
When you started on the road, you could hardly have dreamt that he was going to be quite so successful so quick.
No, well, as in from the very off, he got his first child back in Tralee. It's a good bit ago. He was only just 13, 14 months, and everybody that was there that just saw him run 3 or 4 different people just came up and asked him what breed is that dog. He just cut the ice straight away, and as man says, a good one will always show up from the very first day we came to track, which is very true.
Well, Noel, you're the man that did the rearing, is that it?
I suppose.
That was the hard job.
Oh, that was the hard job, yeah. I hope you keep telling them the 2 boys that, yeah. I'm the one that should get all the appreciation.
Was your dog always showed promise for you?
Yes, well, he did actually. From the very first, anyone that used to come in to the farmyard below, they always said, well, I used to have 9 or 10 dogs out free around the farm, and they said, that's the dog. He just stood a proud dog up in the air, and they said you'd know to look at him like that he was the one out of that lot anyway. So that was true. It was true, yeah.
So for years to come now, you'll tell them I spotted this fella's pace early.
That's what I'll say anyway. Whether they believe me or not is another thing.
Bí ar aisling na gcuid a dó nuair a bheith a héile eolais agin fin Laurels. Bé míid ag féchant ar Sonic Flight atá mar ráha ag na gealltóirí ag ban taitneamh as sa lásí a áit chonathe sealadach in éireann. An éis nuacht faoin gomórtas seachtanúil, caithfean a rithú an Irish Laurels don chéadúir a bhí mar cheistag in anteachtain se caite. Bhí an freagra ceart sé sin 944 ag Alice Guilfoyle chun de Hiberdáran. Mathú Alice, beid tusa agus cara éigean a dul go dtí Curraheen Park. Tá dúis na seachtaine seo áirithe ag Red Mills, Cuigháil a bia do adrí atá agin freigar an ceiste seo. Animnig an tréálaí sasanach atá ag Sonic Flight. Cuir léach ar a héana a cuaig an áid a nídó 7-3 in éireann, ón bhratan agus túisceart éireann cuir léach ar a náid a ní a náid a héan, a náid a sé a 3, a náid a sé a 4 dó. Go Nairi Liv.
When Nick Sava decided to leave Sonic Flight in Ireland for a crack at the Laurels, the dog was immediately ensconced as hot favourite. Nick had to return to England, but left his star charge with Kildare trainer Dolores Ruth. But would Dolores have a problem training for a fellow professional?
It's actually a little bit easier training for another trainer because he understands the game from my point of view more so than from an owner's point of view. He understands what can go wrong and how it goes wrong, and he sees it from a different perspective. But it makes it that little bit easier because we can talk things through and discuss not only what I want, but he knows the dog so well. I can get his judgment as well and combine the two, and hopefully it'll work out.
Things got off to a shaky start when Sonic Flight was beaten in his heat, but Dolores saw no reason to change his preparation.
I don't let that pressure ever get to me. I never panic. I will let the dog come to hand himself, and I won't panic into doing anything that I normally wouldn't do just because the dog is getting beat. He's only finding his ground now with the establishment that he's in now. It's all been different to him. Nicky's had him as a puppy, reared him up, trained him on, and for him to come here, it is a big change.
To help Sonic Flight settle into his new surroundings, kennel mate Tiny's Bud was left in Ireland to keep him company.
I've had the two of them kennel together, and I would not like to disrupt that by taking Tiny's Bud away from him, because they get on so well, they know each other so well, and it would be like him losing a girlfriend. So that could be a heartbreak for him. So I definitely wouldn't be sending her back at this time.
Sonic Flight and Tiny's Bud have joined the 15 other greyhounds at her kennels in Rathangan. As with most people involved in the sport, for Dolores, it's not just a business, it's a way of life.
I've been in greyhounds all my life. My father had greyhounds, so I grew up in the doggy world. Always had a great interest in wanting to train greyhounds, so I decided then I'd take out a licence. I took out my licence 2 years before I won the English Derby, which was in 1996. So I've been training hard slog ever since. I would like to see more women become professional greyhound trainers, because it is, after all, a doggy man's world.
Come on, it's not too cold. Not for a big dog like you. Come on. Okay.
For the foreseeable future, I can't see it changing because it's a very demanding role, and I think you need to have a bit of a mannish side to you anyway to be involved with the dogs, because it is hard work. You have to be up early in the morning, walk the dogs, gallop the dogs, which I've been up that gallop. I've lost count of the amount of times I've run up the gallop. Grooming the dogs, exercising them, and basically then you have to go racing in the evenings. So it's usually 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock sometimes when you be getting to bed. So it is quite physical, as well as having the mental attitude to go with it. You've got to really love the job. It can't be just a job. You've just got to love the dogs and got to love what you do, because you just never stick it otherwise. You just have to have that incentive there to get up every morning, whether you have a few losses with the dogs, you still got to face them every morning. It's a 7-day-a-week job, and you just got to be able to stick at it in the highs and the lows.
The dedication and care shown by Dolores is undoubtedly why Nick Sava was happy to entrust her with Sonic Flight. And as the quarter-finals approached, he was definitely top dog at this kennel.
He'd have to have more individual attention because there's a lot of demand on him. You have a race on Saturday, then you have a quick run on Wednesday, and then if he gets through Wednesday, well then you have another race on Saturday. So that is more demanding on Sonic Flight than it would be my other dogs in the kennel. So therefore, you'd have to have that bit more attention put into him. And like, he's the main focus at the moment.
Despite his disappointing run in the heat, Dolores has faith that Sonic Flight will live up to his name.
The Wednesday-Saturday run will really suit him. He's a dog that likes work and he'll thrive on the racing, and the more racing he gets, the better he'll get. So he's definitely there with a huge say. He's only learning the track now. He hasn't that much experience around the track. He's just been unfortunate more than his own doing in the races. He hasn't just quite got a clear run. But when he gets his act together, he will be quite awesome.
And indeed, Dolores was on hand to prepare him for his quarter-final last Wednesday.
And the runners for the third heat of the Co-op Superstores Irish Laurels 2001. In 1, Pause and Pray. In 2, the favourite Sonic Flight. In 3, Lemon Sash. In 4, Fly Quest. In 5, Larkhill Low. And at 6, Deerfield Chant. And away they go, and fast and astride was Larkhill Low on the outside. Now you see Pause and Pray prominent on the inside. Around the first corner, and Pause and Pray just from Larkhill Low. Back in third, Sonic Flight is close. Around the second corner, and Larkhill Low has hit the front. In second spot, Pause and Pray. But look at Sonic Flight looming large in third. Around the second last corner now, and Larkhill Low. Now you see Sonic Flight moving strong at the second spot. You see Larkhill Low still out in front, but moving off the corner. And you see Sonic Flight gliding through on the inside, coming up the home straight, and Sonic Flight powering clear to beat number 5 Larkhill Low. Back in third, Pause and Pray. And the result of the third quarter final: first, number 2 Sonic Flight. In second spot, Larkhill Low. Back in third, Pause and Pray. The winning time, 28.65.
So Sonic Flight justified his favouritism by going forward comfortably to the semi-finals, which took place last Saturday night.
The trap draw for the opening semi-final: in 1, Annual Award. In 2, Sandy Hill Boss. In 3, Malbay Blaze. In 4, the favourite Sonic Flight. In 5, Larkhill Low. And in 6, Premier County. Well, the dogs now in traps for the opening semi-final of the 2001 Co-op Superstores Irish Laurels. In trap order they are: in 1, Annual Award. In 2, Sandy Hill Boss. In 3, Malbay Blaze. In 4, the Scottish Derby winner and favourite Sonic Flight. In 5, the early pace Larkhill Low. And in trap 6, Premier County. Here comes around the final corner. Up behind traps and away they go, and fast and astride is Premier County and Larkhill Low on the outside. Coming up to the first corner, and Larkhill Low has hit the front. In second spot, Premier County. Back in third, it's Annual Award. At the first corner, Sandy Hill Boss knocked out. And out the second corner now, and number 5 Larkhill Low is 4 or 5 lengths clear of number 6 Premier County. Back in third, Annual Award. They have a lot to do. The favourites back in fourth. Around the third corner, and Larkhill Low, he's still 4 lengths clear of number 6 Premier County. Back in third, Sonic Flight is flying. Around the final corner, and Larkhill Low is still clear. Now Premier County coming back, and Sonic Flight, but up to the line, Larkhill Low wins it. And the result of the opening semi-final: first, number 5 Larkhill Low. Second, number 6 his kennel companion Premier County. Back in third, the favourite Sonic Flight. The winning time, 28.41. You're hoping Premier County make up for the disappointment in the Derby?
Yeah, Premier County is a great dog. He's just a little bit unlucky. He was in the final of the Paddy Power last year and he got a very bad injury that everybody said he'd never race again. But when you get a dog like him, you have to try and get him right. And we worked hard on him for 2 or 3 months and he came back and he's after winning a stack of races since the very first time.
And Larkhill Low, he's been a great servant to you. Tell us about the dog.
Yeah, he's been a good dog. He had a little setback in the Purdue Stakes and we had to leave him off for quite a while, but when we brought him back he started to run well, but I was a little disappointed. I thought he'd do even faster time, but he proved it tonight that he was capable of doing what I thought he could do all the time.
You'd settle for first and second?
I'd settle to win.
The runners for the second semi-final of the Irish Laurels of 2000. In 1, Bravo Alpha. In 2, Saline Miko. In 3, Long Valley Max. In 4, Pause and Pray. In 5, Mix Mystic. And in 6, Barefoot Joe. Well, the dogs now in traps for the Co-op Superstores Irish Laurels 2001 second semi-final. The dogs in trap order are: in 1, Bravo Alpha. Can he make it 3 in the final for Seamus Graham? In 2, Sally and Miko. In 3, the favourite Long Valley Max. In 4, Pause and Pray. In 5, Mix Mystic. And in 6, Barefoot Joe. Here up behind the traps, And away they go, and fast in the stride was number 3, Long Valley Max. He flew from traps. In second spot is number 5, Mixed Mystic, his kennel companion. Back in third, Pause and Pray. Around the first corner on Long Valley Max. He's a length or 2 advantage over number 5, Mixed Mystic. Out of the second corner on his Long Valley Max. Now Mixed Mystic putting a challenge, Joe. Back in third, Barefoot Joe. Into the third corner, Mixed Mystic just holds the lead from the favourite Long Valley Max. And there's been a slight collision between the two of them. And number 6, Barefoot Joe, has come around the outside. Mixed Mystic still holding the lead in the inside, coming around the final corner. And up to the line, it's going to be very close. Barefoot Joe, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll leave that one to the judge. Back in third, Long Valley Max. Well, the result of the second semi-final of the Co-op Superstores Irish Laurels. First, number 6, Barefoot Joe. Second is Kennel Companion, Mixed Mystic. And back in third, another Kennel Companion, Long Valley Max. The winning time, 28.74. And the trap draw for the final of the 2001 Co-op Superstores Irish Laurels has resulted as follows. In 1, Long Valley Max. In 2, Sonic Flight. In 3, Mixed Mystic. In 4, Barefoot Joe. In 5, Larkhill Low. And in trap 6 on the outside, Premier County. Paul Hennessy, trainer of Barefoot Joe, Mixed Mystic and Long Valley Max. You told me during the week you get 3 through, and you have.
We're bluffing, Ian, to be honest. The race went very well for us. Long Valley Max and Mixed Mystic both broke very well, and Joe was in the slipstream down the back straight. Now they had a bit of a schmozzle at the third bend, which often happens with kennel companions. They get very jealous in a race. But the 3 of them are through. We couldn't have asked for more than that.
The trap draw, what do you think of it?
Yeah, the trap draw is well in our favour, in the sense that that's where I would have put the dogs even if I was placing them, because Long Valley Max wants trap 1, he's got it. Mixed Mystic doesn't really matter where he's drawn. If he gets a run, he's run from any box. And Barefoot Joe, the wider he is, the better, and that's as wide as he could have got with the 2 wide seeds outside him.
You're attempting to make it 4 out of 5. It's a magnificent achievement.
Thanks very much, Ian. We had a lot of luck on the way, and it's been a lucky competition for us. And, it's just, if we can pull it off again, well, we have a chance with 3 through, but we've a lot of work to do. We're behind on the clock. And we've 2 very good people in opposition, Seamus Graham, and then we have Sonic Flight as well. You couldn't ask for more difficult opposition.
It's a fantastic Laurels, but I know we are very friendly with Seamus Graham. Be a friendly banter during the week?
It'll be great crack, in honesty, because myself and Seamus, you say we get on great. We don't take it. We take the competition seriously, but off the track, it's, we are good friends, and I know he'll want to put me back in my box. I have to try and keep him from doing that, So it'll be good fun, and it's great to be involved in the Laurels, and it's a great occasion in Cork. They treat the Laurels as their derby. And it's a very special stake, and as I say, we've been very lucky, and maybe we'll be lucky again.
Chlór na seachtaine se thugann bé midig fisrú conas a chamad an geal glacadóí cúntas na geala dhéantar lo. Bé midig dal chuirt chuig séhirlan bord na gun, ag féchans conas a chamad ónachas sa sport, agus bé midig féchans bhuaig fuinta even an Laurels.
Agus bei Greyhound View i reisling de mórte hagan ag leapéis a seacht.